She belongs to the street.
All right. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? This is the Chaos Reign Show. I am Chaos Reign here. And today's stream, I would like to examine and do a breakdown of a particular episode, the one on Let Go. Before I begin, if you're new to the Chaos Reign channel, welcome to Chaos Reign Show. You know the drill, you know the deal. You hit that red button and that top notification bell for uploads and live streams here on the Chaos Reign Show. Also, follow me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Reign on Facebook. And also, I'm on Rumble now. I will put the link for the Rumble for y'all to follow so I could, go really hard in the paint, if you know what I mean, over there on Rumble. So, those links I will put in the chat room as the stream goes on. And I forgot. Join the Discord service of the Chaos Reign Show. That's also in the About section of the YouTube page of Chaos Reign Show. So those links are placed there. So that's pretty much it. So no further ado, let me bring, for the first time here on the Chaos Reign Show, the one and only Marty McFly. What's good, Marty?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
I'm good. If you want to tell people a little bit about yourself before we begin.
Hey, what's up? Okay, cool. Marty McFly. I'm a traveler, different countries, but I particularly like Colombia in particular. I do a lot of video, a lot of audio, and I got a lot of interesting views.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Marty McFly, so, he's going to be up and coming. So stay tuned for content on his side. He has some, but stay tuned. He's going to have some more stuff coming. Trust me. But no further ado, the title for today's stream is, as it states up top, What You Say, Cancel Who? Now, as you know, there's a lot of buzz. Hell, there was a lot of been talks. I have covered this now for some time now, in my honest opinion, whether people like it or not. But really, as time progresses, this might be a potential problem. And it's not a potential problem for the average Joe or the better doing or the more, up and coming or, where position a man is in society. All right. This is not the problem with most black men today, but to other women in our groups or whatever, it seems this is the biggest issue and the biggest buzz of what black man does with his wallet and what he does with his phallus, unfortunately. And I've seen it before, but now I think about it, this is something to really examine now, because really, truly, black man gonna do what he wants to do anyway, regardless. Right, my opinions or whoever anybody else may opinions. But the biggest issue I have is just the constant, thinking that, if you can't get anything here, everything else is lost. That's garbage. And here's why. Because if you're not getting success here, by all means, you're going to have to find somewhere where you're successful, or even if you're looking to get married and find a mate. I mean, hopefully it's a black one, but like I said, that's another story. But if you can't get it here, then maybe because the world is the oyster of all men, maybe you might have to travel in certain cities, regions, or even somewhere outside the United States if needed. So, but like I said, I'm not gonna hold up to everybody's time. This is just my thoughts and opinions. So, like I said, you're gonna see Mr. Let Go and his response and stuff. And this is my overall look and reactions with the help of Marty McFly. So no further ado, let us begin. And let's begin. And make sure you guys like the stream, share, and like I said, chat away, comment, and subscribe to the channel. No further ado, let's begin.
The Passport Bros. Have you heard of them? I heard of it. I think it's all stupid though.
Have you heard of this analogy?
Now, as I'm going through, Marty, you could anytime
Yeah.
you want to chime in, you may do so. All right.
Okay.
All right, good.
The passport bros. Have you heard of them?
I heard of it. I think it's all stupid though.
Really? Like, these guys are insane.
And I said this, I think a year ago. No, it wasn't a year ago. About maybe a year ago. I don't know. I'm not sure. But shout out to my guy, Andre Hatchett. I was on his show.
Now, mind you, Mr. Let Go has been talking about the past bros, even to this episode recently. And he did say it was stupid like months ago when someone asked him this question. But let's continue. Oh, and I forgot. Let me put this nice little wonderful banner up here. Y'all see that? Good. Let's continue. Phalius.
But everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get to it. You may want to turn this up a little bit. I think it's a little low.
Have you heard of this analogy? The passport bros. Have you heard of them?
I heard of it. I think it's all stupid though.
Really? Like, these guys aren't saying they don't want chicks or
Yes, they
that
are.
they don't want marriage.
They're just female. They're male females.
What they're saying, from what I've seen, is of course not everyone's the same, but for what generalization is, they want women, they want even marriage in a lot of cases. They just don't want it with
No, they don't.
with the Western woman. So they go
They
to
don't. They
Brazil,
don't. Name one dude that don't went somewhere and got married. None of them.
Colombia.
Name one of them that
DR.
went out and found a woman, a wife.
I don't know a lot of passports.
Thank you.
None
That's all
of
I'm
them.
saying. None of
None
these
of
niggas went out and did shit. It's just another way to say we don't like women. It's just dumb shit. Like I said, women are out here doing dumb shit. Men are trash, and men are out here doing dumb shit or saying dumb shit. Passport bros. It's all stupid. There's a whole bunch of stupid ass black people whining about why they don't like the other sex. Instead of fixing their own shit, I want to go get a passport. They're gonna treat you like a cornball over there, just like the women over here treat you like a cornball.
Uh-oh. I said I'm stopping that right there for a specific reason.
Oh, can I interject right
I'm
here?
stopping it right.
Yeah, and I'm going to say something, but he may go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how deep he was going to go in, but I just wanted to hit a quick point because he mentioned it, right?
Mhm.
Now, usually, guys that have such a strong view of passport guys or guys that travel literally never traveled themselves. So we got to keep this in mind. It's not like we're talking to someone or we're listening to someone, sorry, that has experience in said things. It's almost like if you were looking to get advice on stock tips with someone who's never traded before, has no idea what the different types of stock options are. So you have to really adjust the way you listen to people with that in mind. Literally, they have no clue what they're talking about. So when they say things like, oh, I don't know anybody who's gotten married, it's almost like saying, because I didn't see the tree fall in the forest, I guess it never fell. In the entire world, because I personally didn't see it, trees never fall. I mean, does that make sense?
Let's go deeper. Like any season, right? We could see that because we're in the East Coast, right? That we have 4 seasons: winter, fall, spring, and summer. Now, outside here, it might be varied, but it won't be like as consistent over here. The point is this: things change for a reason by nature, but as when it comes to men moves in regards to what he wants to define himself. So, like I said, Mr. Let Go is giving his perspective because let's be honest, for most men that have success here in America with ladies, okay, that's cool. Some men, by depending his age or wherever his background is, he might not get the same results and he might be happy with that. So what he does, he takes his ball and eventually has to go somewhere else. And once he finds someone where he is, I guess, tolerated, he feels more fulfilled. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point, but go on.
Yeah, and it's always, I find it hilarious because then it's never approached from a stance of these guys are smart, in shape, make a decent wage to actually go travel. It's always he says he doesn't know any passport people who travel, but yet it's always framed like these guys are lame and they're corny. So apparently he knows a lot of corny guys that travel, but he doesn't know anybody who's actually got married. So, these things, they don't really add up. So you got to listen to this from this perspective of almost like the village idiot. Like he literally doesn't know what he's saying, and he's regurgitating points that literally females use because he's actually never traveled himself. So it sounds good to the person who's also never traveled. It's like, yeah, these guys are corny. But again, he's already admitted he doesn't know anybody who traveled, and he doesn't know anybody who's traveled who got married. So what does he actually know? That you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's keep playing. And we'll keep adding on. I was gonna say something, but I want to take the run more.
Yeah.
So let's continue, guys. Fair use and effect.
Right there for a specific reason. So let me show y'all why I stopped it right there, because this is important. Let's keep going.
You're a cornball. See, people try to run away from themselves. Women put wigs on to think and feel like they're somebody else, and men get passports and start bragging. And there's nothing wrong in having a passport, but hey, I got a passport, so fuck y'all bitches. No, you're gonna get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. You're gonna get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. Cornballs get treated like cornballs.
We got a party pooper right here. She's been negative the past 15 minutes. We got a party pooper right here. She's been negative the past 15 minutes.
I hope this one washed her damn hands before she did that. I'm just saying. You don't put no hand in no man's face. See, that's just some disrespectful shit.
Yeah, I don't even know the context of this video. I'm assuming he smashed, or maybe not. I don't know.
I have no idea either, man. I mean, it's like, when he's saying something, not in a bad way, she got to put her hand in his face. I mean, that's very insulting. But let's continue.
Yeah.
No. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop being rude.
Like I said before, English is not here, so the translate.
So before I go a little farther, these dudes are running around bragging about being in other countries, living their best lives or whatever, and chicks that like aren't on the level of the women here because they live in a different country. I think he was in freaking Thailand or something. I don't know. This dude literally got kicked out of Brazil. He got kicked out of Brazil. How do you get kicked out of a country? You go to another country because you can't get women here, and then get kicked out of the freaking country, and then you go to another country, and then you get smushed in the face by a chick in another country. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. When you just look at the type of men that run around bragging about how women are this and women are that, don't offer a solution, because
Peace, Jay Shine. What's good, Jay Shine? Me, Jay Shine, I'm doing breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop a link for anybody want to come up in like maybe 30 minutes or so, depending how the stream goes. One thing I do want to say in regards when he's talking about the cornball and the success of women. Now, I remember listening to Austin back in TikTok when they first placed one of his viral videos that really got him perpetuate into this traveling abroad movement months ago, right? That, to him, he has dated a few American women, and probably he might either got a chance to smash or might not got a chance to smash. Either or, he's not going to invest too much time at age 23, wherever age is now, which he's supposed to turn 24 now, coming in the new year, that he's not going to invest more time than he has to. So he decides to say, hell, I see, remember, he got this idea from other brothers on YouTube. Can we agree?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why he's the proponent of this, and he got his influence through watching, like most young people, young men and young women, they get their ideas through media, usually YouTube mostly. Any response?
You talking about Mr. Legos?
No, I'm talking about Austin Holliman. You know, in regards to his way of dealing with the ladies here in the States. You know.
You mean in terms of like the reasoning why he went to these different places, or
No, reason why he decided to take his bag and go abroad to go, I guess, find a mate or just to, you know, date. To his perspective from Mr. Lecko, from what I'm getting, he find that that's like a cowardly move. He's a cornball the way how he carry himself, and that might be the reason why he has no success here in America, in Dallas, where Dallas is very heavily city with a lot of beautiful, nice chicks down there. Say, why can't you just outfit away through the chicks in Dallas?
Well, the thing is, I've seen people want to talk about the little mush in the face, whatever, but I've seen Mr. Lego be disrespected verbally by black women on stream and live.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at some of the live streams that he does, like the clips, there's like in general, there's like one woman in particular that really goes at him all the time. I don't know the girl's name because I don't really watch his stuff like that, but he's literally getting disrespected by women verbally. And it's like on film. So it's like you're getting disrespected verbally on the regular. And so you're saying what? We're supposed to like go sift through needles in a haystack? Why not just go through a stack of needles? You know, it shouldn't be that difficult.
You know, I think with the mindset of a lot of Gen Xers that deal with millennials, or actually Gen Zs like Austin Holliman or any man, right? The same generation or, you know, younger, that in the mindset of these men is life is too short. You should keep trying with women here in the States. But I'm saying, when is it a time when a man invests too much time, especially as young as he is? Now, as you know, Marty, a lot of them will say that a lot of these dudes nowadays, they shouldn't be dating anyway because they can't offer them to no woman and stuff. And I get it, but my thing is this: as long as you're still a human being, you're going to need things. I mean, if I was 20, if I did things differently, I would do so. But one thing, if I would say personally, that I would not tell no young man, say, you should not be dating out here and try to smash. I would say, you know, be productive and, you know, live a certain set of, or live life, meaning that, you know, you should have, if you're not sociable, be a little bit more sociable. You know, you got to put yourself out there at the end of the day, you know, in my opinion. You should not be sitting there and wait until, you know, get all your bag up and then search for women, because now really you put yourself in a more problematic state, especially when you're not up here experiencing, talking, deal with them, you know what the ticks and tickers of certain women, if especially if you're able to date like that and you're be able to get the sex, maybe to sit there giving these alternate advice to a lot of young men, I would not do that, in my opinion. I mean, and mind you, we're in the same, you know, age range somewhat. You get me? So I would not give that advice personally, you know. I mean, I know why old dudes do it. And like him saying what he's saying now, I get it, but I would not give that advice, because the way how the world's shaped, people gotta still be able to socialize, you know. And if you're a person, you're not in the habit of socializing with the opposite sex, you're gonna have problems regardless. You get me? Because remember, social awkwardness only derives when you don't want to be sociable. Period. Any response? I mean, you can say some more. I could just continue playing. Okay. No.
Yeah, let's see what this guy's going to say. I want to hear him out.
All right, for yourself, Effect.
Yeah.
Talk about women, but I talk about single motherhood. I don't sit around and just talking about women, period. I have a problem with women just running around having fathers' babies everywhere. But when dudes are just running around saying, yo, these women are trash, we're going to go over here and get these women because they want to get married, you know they ain't trying to go over there and get married. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Hit the freaking like button. I know I ain't been here in a minute. Hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. So why in the world would dudes who can't get women over here brag about getting women over there? You're getting the same treatment over there. And this right here is really pitiful. I wish a woman would mush me. Hold on. Some of y'all need to listen to this part here first.
There's somebody else, and men get passports and start bragging. And there's nothing wrong in having a passport, but hey, I got a passport, so fuck y'all bitches. No, you're gonna get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. You're gonna get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. Cornballs get treated like cornballs.
So we got a party pooper right here.
Bruh.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Never in my life have I been treated like this. You know why? Because I'm not a cornball. So apparently this man, and I got more proof, apparently this man can't get no poom poom over here. And because of that, he has to get treated like this in another country. In another freaking country. So you're gonna sit here. I want y'all to think about how much work this took, right? Nothing wrong with getting a passport, but you go like change your whole life and go live in another country, and over in another country, you turn around and get treated the same way. So this is what's actually happening, y'all. Passport bros are simply looking for easy poom poom. That's really it. They're going over there paying for poom poom and bragging to the people in this country that they're having the time of their lives. Do you understand how sad and pitiful that is? I'm never gonna give up on black women. That's the first thing.
That's good. Let's continue.
The second thing is, I'm never gonna throw other cultures or other women in their face and say they are better than our women. Now, do they have better, like, are they raised differently? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the reason why our black women are the way they are is because of us. We are part of the problem. Us men, we are part of the problem.
Now, I got to pause a second.
Yeah.
Any objections to that, or anything you want to push back on that?
My thing is this. Again, he's been disrespected so many times by women on panels. I can't even count.
Mm-hmm.
So that automatically is canceled out what he just said. Like, oh, I never get this. No, you get disrespected consistently. I've seen it. We can pull the clips. Second of all, most of the guys that travel usually are older. Austin sticks out because he's 23.
Mm-hmm.
But most guys that travel or have been traveling tend to be older guys, which tend to have been married before. They tend to have kids. So this idea that these guys are cornball, like, no. If they were cornball, they wouldn't have these social skills you're talking about. But apparently they've already had kids. They've already been married. So what does he have to say about that? But again, at the same time, he's saying he doesn't know anybody who's gotten married. So which one is it? You know that they're cornballs, or you know also that they don't get married? You're playing both sides of the fence.
I think with Mr. Letgo, because he has a very decent circle, whether big or medium or small. And one time he had Derek Jackson in that same circle, and he had to make an executive decision because he don't want his money effed up to let him go because of his ex or sexcapades with other women. Some we could say are a few of them were BBWs, and some of them were flat out, the typical sister with with the I guess rainbow or gold color I think like wig or weave in the head. I saw the last one he was messing with, and he had let that go. So right now, Derek Jackson is having the fun time of his life for a man of his age, because he has money and influence. So like I said, he made the decision to let him go, and I get it. Because really he didn't want to mess up his brand. So him going at the men that I guess tap out is nothing new to me. I mean, to me, I look at it as content strategy, how he's moving. But anyway, let me see who's in the chat room. I got a few likes here. Some people watching. As you guys watching or you coming in, please, likes are free. Hit the like button. Share the stream. Let it go wild in the algorithm. I want people to see this. I want people's real take on this. Jay Shine writes, Mr. Letgo is talking about simping, then he has a point. But simping and tramps are part of the trauma. Yeah, you're right, Jay Shine. Tramps, especially. But women are responsible for womanhood, not men. Yes, correct. Let me look. Okay, good. All right, let's continue. Fair use and effect.
And I have a full understanding of that. So I hold men accountable and I hold women accountable. Because if more women here were to sit down and get some therapy, and more men here were to turn around and stop chasing women all the time and actually get their money together and get therapy also, and provide a stable lifestyle for themselves, women wouldn't treat them the way that women treat them over here. That will make them feel like they have to go to another country in order to get treated better. It's not the country, bro. It's because you're broke. So I'm gonna skip to this real quick because this is
now, mind you, finance does have a good part, especially talking about America as capital as this, and how your daylight will go, but it's much more deeper. And I hope you can respond to this, Marty. A woman is vibing and liking you, it don't take much. Now, we all hear about the so-called tax, how men and women tax each other differently in regards to interaction or in regards to the mating game. Okay. So if you're giving someone a higher tax just to get the possibility or the width of sex, or, then most men, after a while, if they invest money in you and still not getting the chance, they're going to get discouraged, and they're going to now use their rational brain and say, let me go somewhere else where my time and money has more usefulness. Agree or disagree?
Well, money plays a part into everything, but I just find it weird, like the way they frame it all the time. On one hand, like for instance, like we hear Kevin Samuels when he was alive, all the women put money literally at the forefront.
Yes.
Like he's got to make six figures. Like it couldn't be 70,000, 80,000. It was always six figures, right?
Yeah.
But then it seems like when guys like this talk about money, they make it seem like by you wanting to acquire money, you don't have this thing called game. And somehow, because you acquired this money, which is tangible, and you perceive by them, there's no game tester. There's like no game scale, right? It's nebulous. So because they perceive you don't have this game, even though you've acquired this money that's been a requirement by the women, somehow you're still corny. But I think it's more telling, because usually people who talk about money and you being corny usually don't have it. And so they don't want to use money as a marker of success. They rather use this thing called game. Oh, if you had game, you would get the women here. Why you got to go over there? You corny. When in reality is, if you have money, you could dictate your own outcome. You could say, I choose to date women here, and that's great. Or I can choose to date women over there because I have money. It's almost like they try to money shame you. Like if you're a success, if you're not giving them money, then you're a corny successful guy.
Yeah.
So it's always, you got to listen to what people are saying and understand who's saying it. It's not like this is a scholar. You know, we don't know anything about this guy actually. He might have some success with YouTube.
He is a social media influencer. He makes most of his living
Right.
off social media.
But he looks to be in his 40s, just to be honest. If not,
he's now approaching late 40s now.
right.
Exactly.
So one has to say to themselves, it took you almost to 50 years, half 100, to now have some success on social media. So what were you doing the rest of the 49 years when YouTube didn't exist? What were you? Who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you really just, I just tend to examine people as a whole, not in the now. So again, it also comes down to, I never see guys like this display any type of receipts. They'll tell you, oh, you're socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But I never see these people in situations where they're having success with females. And when you ask them to, hey, well, if I'm not doing it right, show me what this unsocially awkward gets you. Like, show me your receipts. Oh, no, you never see any of these guys show anything that they're doing or any of the women that they're with, right? Am I too far off by saying that?
Well, because he's an influencer and he was married, and I think he was in a relationship. I think he might be still in a relationship with a wonderful woman in the same age bracket, somewhat, But I can't really speak much about Mr. Let Go. I had him on another show months ago, of last year. So, like I say, he gets around when needed. Still, I think with him is, in regards to ladies, he has the somewhat memory to let women, get away from trauma that they're experiencing. Now, mind you, he's not like a professional therapist like that, but he gives his take and steps because he's an influencer. And we all know a lot of women, they're more influenced through social media than anything else. So they get their understanding, their knowledge, their wits, or anything they get off the internet, mostly, majority,
Right. Yeah, so, I don't think he's a professional or anything. I think he's just another guy.
He's not a professional or anything. No.
Yeah, he's just another guy with a mic. And so his opinions would be just as valid as yours and mine.
Mm-hmm.
There's no qualification. He hasn't displayed anything that shows me what he's talking about is actually fact.
Mm-hmm.
So why would anybody take him more seriously than me or you?
True. That's true. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
Very recent effect, guys.
The man admitting that his life is trash. Listen to this.
Women drove me to go to Brazil because I wanted to meet. I thought I was crazy while I was in the States because I thought something was wrong with me. Thought something was wrong with me. Thought something was wrong with me with the results I was getting. I was like, I know.
You heard that, right? I actually thought something was wrong with me. This man said, I thought something was wrong with me. And before we move forward, I need some color in this chat. You got Cash App is open. Also, Cash App is Aaron 1000. Cash App Aaron 1000, or drop a super chat. But listen to this cornball.
Yes, women drove me to go to Brazil because I wanted to meet. I thought I was crazy while I was in the States because I thought something was wrong with me. Thought something was wrong with me. Thought something was wrong with me with the results I was getting. I was like, I know I put in enough work on myself to have some better results to at least be satisfied or be visually satisfied with what I'm looking at and what I'm hearing, the people I'm dealing with. Whenever you get down there and you experience how much you can be yourself outside of the country.
He said, I can go to another country and I can be myself. Why can't you be yourself here? What's up, Sun-Kissed? I don't understand. Why can't you be yourself here? Why do you have to go travel to a whole nother country just so you can be yourself? Sir, You're accepted here. Like, be yourself. Oh, I get it. Yourself is a cornball. And that's the actual problem. You can't get poom poom as a cornball over here, but you can get poom poom as a cornball over there. It makes sense to me. It makes total sense to me. So the majority of these men who brag, keyword brag, about going to another country and getting women, they're not going to other countries and getting women. They're going to other countries paying. And sadly, you can go to Brazil and these other countries and pay about, I don't want to say the number, but pay a nice small amount of money and probably get like 3 girls.
All right, let's interrupt it right there, if
All
you
right.
can.
Go ahead.
Like this is what I'm talking about, the double speak. You'll have women get on panels and say I'm expensive. You got to take me to a 5-star restaurant, which, you know, depending on what city you in, could be anywhere from $150 to $300, right? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, nothing's promised to you because, you know, they don't owe you anything, and that's fine. Yeah. And this whole idea, he just kind of laid out the perfect reason to travel. He said, because who says you're a cornball? When Austin was saying, because everything here is taken out of context, what Austin was saying is that I thought something was wrong with me because I went to the gym. Clearly, he's a barber, so he can cut his hair. So he's got a clean look all the time, right? He's a good dresser. He's tall. Mm-hmm. And he noticed the results he was getting was still poor, even though he put the work in. So when he says, I thought something was wrong with me, he's not saying that there was something wrong. He's saying that I put in the work and the results were lacking. So I thought it was me. So when he went to Brazil, he didn't change anything. He was just himself. The same person that would be considered corny in the US was considered normal over there. So when he went there, he noticed he could just be himself. So he's saying, well, why couldn't you be yourself here? And at the same time calling him a cornball. So apparently his self here is equal to a cornball. So why wouldn't he go somewhere else where he can really be himself and have success? I think that's the smartest thing you could do. What did you expect him to do? Wait till he's 30? Keep doing this endless self-improvement to have the same result? That's actually pretty smart, because if you think all these guys are cornballs, let's just say you're right, and all these guys are cornballs, then if they're leaving, wouldn't that mean you have more access to all the women to yourself because you're not a cornball and all the cornballs have left? So this should be a joyous occasion. You should be happy singing in the streets. Yes, all the cornballs are gone, so all the real niggas can get all the real women, right? I don't see this. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't know if you're talking, but you might be on mute.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah, my fault. Anyway, like I was saying, in regards to his views about what a man does with his pocket, right? My opinion is this. I don't want men to pay for the vagina like that. Like I said, because there's more women than men, and vagina is free out here. Unfortunately, regardless, a lot of people don't think it is. But let's say the man go out his wallet and spend the money here in America with the dates. I remember the old man played a video of one particular woman. I don't know what she looked like, but she didn't have to spend no money in groceries last year. But every person she interacted with, mostly a male, was paying her food dates, right? And she's not giving anything in return. So with this dual mating strategy and how they condition a lot of men here in the West, that it makes sense to have these dudes constantly keep pulling their wallet while nothing they get in return, period. Because we all know that if a man's throwing anything at you, he's not gonna really tell you up front, say now you gotta pull down your pants and let me get that. No, he's not gonna do that. No man's gonna do that. I wish more men were upfront honest with the real boss to tell women I want sex right off the bat. But not everybody's more one with it. But the point is this, that why would even the submissive go be concerned if the man's spending money outside the seas for the vagina, right? I mean, if he's had to pause what to get some, it made better sense. If he's going to spend money, he should spend for the least amount to get the actual outcome what he paid for. Here in America, it's not cheap. I mean, I'm not sure you're familiar with social media like IG and Snap. You familiar with these? Snapchat, especially, right?
Yeah.
Marty? Do you know there's a lot of chicks selling their box on IG and on Snapchat? You aware of this?
The majority of women on IG and Snapchat, that's what they do. So I'm just not understanding.
Yes, and mind you,
yeah,
they'll give you a good price, but you look at the amount that they're selling their front, then outside. And mind you, I tell men, be careful, because I have a currency converter. If she's not giving you some and you give her money directly from WhatsApp or wherever case maybe overseas, you're a fool. And I'll tell most men. I know one old gentleman that's in his 50s, Marty. He was what do you call it? Cash apping some Dominican chicks $25 of his money to them for pictures.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm thinking, wait. How much is $25 in the DR? My God, you're paying some chicks rent for a couple months, bro. But it tells you they got to keep the games going with a lot of men. So what Austin did, instead of him being a fool and playing this game, he said, let me try outside and see if I get better results. So this is like another form of shaming. You get me? But that no saying, if you're paying and you're not getting nothing, so why are you concerned if he's paying to get some? Now, if men are paying to get some in America, you think Mr. Leko will go out his way to do a broadcast like this?
Wait, say it again?
You think if the brothers in America were paying for the box in America, that will run you like maybe 100, maybe 150, maybe $50 or $40, depending where you at for some box, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
You think Mr. Leko will waste his time to do a broadcast on that? 10 minutes stop paying for the box here in America?
I mean, a lot of dudes are paying more than that now. I mean, this is like a thing. Like, I don't understand why.
And I'm just being nice about the price because everywhere else it varies, and sometimes if but go ahead.
I'm just saying I don't understand where all this moralities comes from. I mean, we literally have songs about girls talking about selling it on radio, get the bag, WAP. Mm-hmm. When did everything turn into this morality? Everybody's looking for marriage bullshit. Like, I'm just confused. Mm-hmm. Like the culture is get the bag any way possible. So OnlyFans and stripper culture is considered sex work is supposed to be considered real work, right? We're supposed to respect that.
That's what they say.
That's what the women say. But these same women are having issue with other women overseas. Let's just say they do the same thing, but it's actually legal over there if that's what somebody chooses to do. So I'm not understanding where did it become a morality issue where it's no good overseas as opposed to guys coming in stripping clubs. I think it's called making it rain, right? Isn't that spending money on women? Last time I checked, I thought OnlyFans was kind of like the same thing, but you're just getting pictures and video. So it doesn't make sense to me.
For $5 on the low, the lowest you can go. And you're right. On OnlyFans, that's a subscription now. And what they give you is self-play, pictures, videos, even videos of them getting banged out by unformed objects or a dude. I mean, you're still paying regardless. And personally, I don't know why would somebody in the right mind would pay a chick on OnlyFans personally, and there's free pornographic sites. Last time I checked, I could be wrong, but I don't understand. I don't understand either. I just don't get it. The logic of you're spending money.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand, when did things get so godly? Like, oh, that's morally wrong. Oh, how dare you? But I'm just like, wait, well, who's going to speak on all the stuff that's going on here? And not only that, women have more passports than men, and actually do more sex tourism than men. So are they femcells? Are they weird? Are they so? Because they're actually paying younger guys for the D in Jamaica and all these other hedonism and all these other boat rides. Why aren't there conversations about that? I'm just asking.
Yeah. I've noticed with the book by Miss Bianca, I think I have a channel, and yeah, y'all will find on YouTube. Y'all look for it. There's gonna be a book reading on that, especially on that, because I've noticed now when Uncle D revealed that book that was just published now, going on 5 years, months ago, of 5 years since 2018, about these ladies. And I think it falls to all race women, but I think it focuses on the sisters especially, that a lot of them are going to these third world countries, mostly predominant black countries. Some might go to Europe if they got the money, depending, but most of them, they're going to these third world countries and they're getting their backside rubbed and getting their back blown out by young black men, and maybe a little older. I'm just saying. But black men that now start traveling now a little bit more serious in the last decade, and they're now talking about and showing their experience and the positivity they get out of it, is a problem. I find that very weird, because let's be honest, at his age, we all know Austin's not looking for no damn wife. We all know that. He's there right now just enjoying life, living a young bachelor's life, for less. That's how I look at it, for less. Anyway, let's continue. I forgot to read your comments, Prime VA. Let's see what you wrote. Mr. Let Go is letting women talk to him on any way in his panels. I can't trust dudes like that. Okay. The narrative is getting old. Laughing out loud. Some dudes pay and a lot of don't. Yep. Sounds like a simp. He is. Because they want people to believe most guys are doing that. Yeah, unfortunately. And subscribe to my Rumble. I'm on Rumble now. So I want to grow that, so I'm able to maybe live stream over there. So like I said, links in there in the chat room. Follow me on Rumble, please. Those that's watching or not watching, please follow. I know everybody know what Rumble is, so don't act like it's something different, guys. Yeah, YouTube's not just the only playground for people to put content. I hope people are aware. Rumble now has some presence that has its usefulness now. So like anything, because how YouTube is playing, it wouldn't hurt for y'all to follow me on Rumble. I could might go a little bit more raw. I could raw here if I want to, but like I said, it's nothing really value for now for me up here. But on Rumble, I could probably be lenient and be a little bit more raw. So please follow me on Rumble. Anyway, let's continue. Fair use effect.
Oh, you can get like 3 girls for the price of one type of thing. And I don't want to talk bad about no other country or whatever, but things are different over there. But are these guys going over there to look for a wife? No. They going over there to just run through chicks. Oh, speaking of running through chicks, got another video.
She's been negative the past.
So after we watch this woman just straight disrespect this man, we'll move on.
We got a party pooper right.
Guys, I just want to ask you a question. Put a 1 in the chat if this will never happen to you in life. Put a 1 in the chat if this right here would never happen to you in life. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a man and no woman has ever done this to you ever in life. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a man and this has never happened to you in your entire life. Bruh, Just all I gotta say, bruh. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you to the new people that just came in. Hit the like button, 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 hit the like button. Bruh. But this is how these cornballs are being treated in other countries. They don't pack their whole little miserable lives up just so they can go to another country and get treated the same freaking way as they get treated here. Freaking losers. I got a little bit more proof. Let's go. All right. So, look how.
Okay. Jay Shine writes, 23-year-old broke and looking for a P is tragic. At 23, you're supposed to be building your money up or career. Okay. And you know one thing, Jay Shine, because you know I had you up here and we had this conversation about him. Now, mind you, they say he made 6 figures as a barber, and sometimes I find that very odd. That if you're making that much money and then you're doing this and then asking for money is a little questionable, but okay. But like I said, Jay Shine, I agree. But like I said, a man should have a social life at the end of the day as well. So while you're building, be social as well. I mean, you could talk and tie your shoe or whatever the saying is. Anyway, very recent fact.
Y'all in his face. I forgot about this part. Look at this. Damn, hold on. I'm messing it up. Sorry. All right, listen to this.
15 minutes. Stop being rude.
Like I said before, English is not here, so the translator works for a little bit, but the patience here is not going to be as good as it will be in Rio. And
So you're impatient. So that means you're a little frustrated with what's going on over there, right?
I'm still learning Portuguese, right? So sometimes I text things in English because I don't have time to use a translator, or I'm doing something, I'm just typing, because I didn't know it. And they'd be like, write me this long ass paragraph about why they couldn't just copy and paste and translate it. Look, I understand I'm in your country. I understand I'm speaking your language. I mean, I'm supposed to be speaking your language. I'm also fucking learning your language. So can you do me a favor, baby? Can you help me and
Can you help me? Going through all of this to get a woman and still can't get one. Still can't get one. I don't understand. Still can't get one. He's frustrated. He's like, baby girl, can you help me? I'm trying to learn Portuguese. Who the hell wants to learn some damn Portuguese? Just to get some poom poom? What is wrong with you? So, according to what this man is saying, it's more worth it for him to pack up his whole life, move to another country, get kicked out of that country because he got kicked out of Brazil. Now move somewhere else, learn Portuguese, and now you got to text women in Portuguese. And I got time for all that? What? Let me tell you something. I'm not sending you no long text in English, let alone some freaking Portuguese. But hey, look how he looking, man. He's looking distraught.
translator, or I'm doing something, I'm just typing.
Now, in regards to the young man's defense, because I get it. When you're in another foreign land, you're gonna have to learn to adapt. Now, this would have been a more easy transition if he did serve time in the army, because you get traveling, it's a little bit more prepared for some things. But when you're a young person, you're just going out there in the wilderness, you're going to expect to get animals, insects biting on you because you're not familiar with the terrain. And my thing, Marty, I'm not sure how you familiar with this, because we're a certain generation. I'm not sure how people are so comfortable nowadays texting conversation. I don't get that. I'm not saying my writing's not that bad. It could be better, but texting, I mean, come on, man. I don't know how these young dudes do it, bro. Do you? I don't know if you want.
Well, the first thing I want to say is he didn't get kicked out of the country. He planned to go to Thailand on his schedule. Did he leave a couple of days earlier because of his situation? Yeah, but he can go back. It's not like he's banned. He was never arrested. He didn't do anything. So I don't understand this narrative like he got kicked out in handcuffs. If if he did something wrong, somebody would have arrested him.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about texting, I mean, that's anecdotal. Like that's his personal experience. Other people don't have a problem cut and pasting. So I'm not really understanding, and it speaks a lot that if somebody is perceived to go through all this problem and troubles to get away from the women in your country, that speaks more about the level of quality of the women in your country. Because from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll hear these guys tell you to endlessly self-improve. You gotta work harder, start a business, go into the gym, be funny, be socially unawkward, be this, be that, just to talk to the same woman, and you have to pay for this $500 dinner. Like that to me sounds like more of a headache than just learn a different language. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
My thing, in regards to the pain aspects and learning in the language barrier, language barrier is expected, especially learning a whole new language. And let's be honest, depending our background of a second language in high school or college, if he ever attended, that you're still learning a new language that is not your language. Portuguese, like many Spanish-speaking language, is different from Spanish itself. And last time I checked, in most school systems in America, last time I checked, the only two languages that has to be taught is Spanish and French, if I can remember. Mostly Spanish, mostly. And we all know Portuguese, and if you understand Spanish well enough, it's able to segment from other languages. The only difference is the different dialogues, They might say this differently in Portuguese, but similar in Spanish. Just a little bit, tweak a little bit. So depending how well versed you are in the second language here in America, it might be still a language barrier transition from another country that is not predominantly, speak Spanish. They speak somewhat offshore Spanish. You get me? So I get it, but I'm not gonna ramble because I can go on, guys. The point is this, when you're going outside your country and you're not grasped on a second language properly, you put yourself in a trick bag, trying to learn right off the fly. And trust me, Google Translate only goes so far. Let y'all know. Anyway, Phalius effect.
Because I didn't know it. And they'd be like, write me this long ass paragraph about why they couldn't just copy and paste and translate it. Look, I understand.
Why can't you just stay home and instead of going through all this stuff in another freaking country?
I'm in your country. I understand I'm speaking your language. I mean, I'm supposed to be speaking your language.
I don't agree if you stay home and then if you want to travel, he travel. Let's keep going.
I'm also fucking learning your language. So can you do me a favor, baby? Can you help me and click the fucking copy and click paste and translate the damn words so you know what I said? Do not go, especially Brazil, do not go to any country on this shit like, I'm gonna.
Oh, here we go. Shout out to Concur Network. Women outnumber men by 2.8 million, and these guys still can't navigate through these women to find a worthy mate. Exactly. And I'm about to drop the link to join, if y'all want to come up on the live here. So if somebody wants to pull up, let me know. And you got to show your face. These dudes are like pathetic, man.
Find me. I'm gonna go straight down and get in a serious relationship right away. You gonna get your ass green.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay Shine. All this traveling, but this is some powerless. Let's continue, Phalius.
Carded, used up, and milk dry.
Okay. So the women over there aren't so feminine and so amazing. Oh, they're going to use you up too. Okay. So in other words, women are just women, right? A woman is going to see a sucker and take advantage of you everywhere, right? So even if you go on Pluto, the female Plutonians are going to treat you like a sucker and use you for your little money also, right? So all of you cornballs who keep talking mess about our women, talking mess about our women, about how they use us, try to get money out of us, have babies by us. All this, you're telling me right now, sir, that women are like that everywhere. Yes, sir, women are like that everywhere. You can't escape it. If you are a sucker, women are going to treat you like a sucker all year long.
Marty, I don't know if you agree, disagree in regards a sucker to what he said. Any take on that?
Again, I always examine the source.
Mm-hmm.
What gives him authority to call another man a sucker? What can we examine of his life that shows differently?
Okay. All right, let's continue, guys. Fair use and effect.
All I've been seeing, passport bros, get your passport. Stop dealing with these women. No. Get your weight up, bro. Get your life together, bro. Like going to another country in order to escape women? You can't escape femininity. Women are going to be women. So yeah, they're going to treat you like a cornball over here, and they're going to treat you like a cornball over there because you are the actual problem, not them. Women are women.
How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
I mean, I understand the disappointment in some of our.
Now he might get some detractors, so be anticipating for this now, guys. Fair use and effect.
Brothers out there. Mr. Holloman, he's young. He has a lot to learn. I mean, Miss Renata Lopez gave him advice. I mean, what to fix. We had a little arrogance to him, and maybe sure he probably doesn't get play in the USA as well. But there are men. But the thing is, there are men out there successful. One Steve Argiden, he got a lady from Colombia. There are men who are doing their thing out there.
Hold on, what? When who did what?
Steve Argiden. You familiar with that channel? It's a channel on YouTube. He's been married for 3 years with his Colombian wife.
Bro, I don't know about this stuff. I'm just trying to take up for our women because I'm sick of these cornballs just run around trying to make women feel like they're inadequate and stuff. So I don't know none of it. So I just want to say for the record, I don't know any of these dudes. I don't know no Steve.
Okay, so you don't know these dudes. Some I don't know as well. Besides ones I'm on panels with Marty. Okay, so you don't know anything about this, but you dealing with the content. Now, mind you, I've done content in my views about the dangers of passport and all that stuff. To be fair, honest, because I can't be one-sided, right, Marty? But to find that you're not even did a simple research, you just flapping. That don't make no fucking sense. You gotta at least do your little basic research first, at least. Not it has to be extended, just enough. Look at some channels, look at some articles that's written and see if everything verifies. Do something. And saying here what the women complain about that these dudes talking about they're just waving passport in their face. I mean, it sounds childish. Do you, Marty?
Again, this guy is in his late 40s talking about a guy who's like 23, and he didn't even do basic research. I mean, I mean, the joke writes itself.
Mm-hmm. I just don't get it, man. I can see why most of them are gonna have to speak out for the ladies, just to keep their brand, popping and show that say. One thing I noticed with women, if they find something as a problem, Marty, they will go to their local content creators, the ones that they like to indulge and watch, and maybe contribute to throw a question and ask respectfully, saying, "Mr. Dada, can you talk about this? Can you defend this? Can you say something about this? This is bothering me." And lo and behold, your wishes is my command. That's how I see how most of these dudes move. Anyway, Phalius in effect.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
But there are gonna be cornballs, bro. But what black men? The ones who are doing the right thing, who are getting successful, actually getting wise over there in those groups, I think it's better to point them out. Forget these cornballs. They're gonna be cornballs wherever. What does talking about it? How does it benefit any of us? I mean, it's good. We know to black men being free. Look, we know the situation in this country, how bad it is. Even great men.
What do you mean, black men being free? What,
bro? From the legal system, from child support, the marriage laws, the treatment, the reputation. Our reputation has been torn down for years by our ladies. And the men that try to stand up and
stop there, right there for a second. So you saying that the courts, the child support system, right? Because I got something for y'all whiny child support people. Not saying you, but these people who whine about child support. There's something called not nutting in chicks, right? There's a law. There's something called not nutting in chicks. You ever heard of not nutting in chicks? It's a thing, right? So the law says you don't nut in chicks, you won't get chicks pregnant. This is the law. Right. It's a law. It's an actual law, and it's literally everywhere. So all you gotta do, because the law says if you don't nut in a chick, you don't have to pay child support, and it's upholding everywhere. You feel me? So I'm almost done. So the bottom line is this: I bet a lot of these passport bros are over in other countries doing this, and since these young women can't speak a lick of English, they can't even say the word child support, let alone put them on child support. So how about let's talk about that. Is this the reason why they're going over there? Are they running around knocking up little Filipino chicks who can't speak English, and now they sitting around pregnant and don't even know the name of the dudes who got them pregnant? And he could be like, sure. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, let me mute myself. 1 second, guys. Oh, I gotta compose myself. Oh man. It's possible, but like I said, a man's free to do what he wants. I mean, and here's one thing about child support outside America. There are certain countries that they do formulate some form of, I guess, aid. Not like, what we have up here. And I said certain countries where, you can't just knock a woman and, leave them, barefoot and stranded. That's only certain countries. Now, I'm not sure the laws in Brazil, Colombia. I think one of them, no, actually Colombia especially. I remember Dennis said that they don't have no child support there. So, but still, they have things in place so that the mother is not really alone. And let's be honest, she doesn't rush back and has to depend for another institution like we have in America. Because the child support system in America, unfortunately, is kind of ruthless and relentless. As much as I don't want to say that, but it is. And not only that, the child support system actually benefits more that these women get pregnant than you and her. Ain't that something?
Well, I mean, what I will say, if you nut in a girl, you kind of have to deal with what it is. I would more focus on the marriage laws. You know, the child support is what it is. I mean, some things can't be avoided if she takes your condom, but that's a rare case. But
yeah.
So I won't fight too much on that. But what I will say is the marriage laws is another reason. I would say just as, if not more important, because you can actually lose your assets. Child support is just a monthly payment percentage of what you make. Losing 50% of your assets in alimony and all this stuff through divorce, that's a more serious thing. I would have led with that rather than child support.
Well, my good friend Mr. Brown said that child support, for a lot of dudes to understand, you're letting off easy. You're let off easy with child support out of everything else. With marriage, and usually marriage, how it works is you have to be in it for a while. You get me? Because usually if the average marriage now, if you think about Marty, in America, is less than 5 years, particularly in our community. I would say it's not even 2 years now. It's probably like now a year, roughly, if I'm just ranging it, just to be, civil with it. But it doesn't really last long when we deal with our marriages personally. I mean, but 5 years as a norm in America, that's not even a goddamn marriage. Usually, you're really doing something once you're going past 10 years at best. That's just the starting stage. Usually, when you have really a successful marriage, really is when you're still in it till one of y'all kick dirt. But normally, if you survive 20 or more, 25 years, that's pretty fair. But most marriages don't even last that long now. And it's been going down every decade. Jay Shine writes, we definitely need marriage reform in the U.S. Yes. And I think a lot of men could potentially, if they, make their mind, could fight for that. But most dudes think that it's not really worth the squeeze to fight for the marriage, but they should, because let's be honest, if women are filing out of the more than half percentage of these divorces, then the best thing U.S. men do is either you get married or you reform the laws. Because if she can get out after a feeling or whatever, and that you're not happy and all stuff, I said marriage was not designed for happiness; it's for duty. Who said every day you're doing something that it's gonna be for every day you're gonna be happy? That's fairy tale. That's somebody living in a bubble. That's delusion. That's the biggest delusion I ever know, Marty. Like every day you're gonna be happy. Anybody that got parents that's been married for more than 30 years, they'll tell you the ups and downs, but at times they need each other. Today, most women, modern or whatever, you feel it's not needed. You don't need a man for any necessity of life. So you go life as, a woman that's on the carousel until you get to that point or that enlightenment age. It's God knows you don't have no children already, or you have children. Then now you feel it's time to really, start thinking of a long-term mate just to carry on with life. But you be too old in your ways, too old in general, and really you put yourself at risk. Because let's be honest, Marty. Yeah, I noticed that it's like a trick bag between men and women. That a lot of women, if they get a certain age, more times, if they're not dealing with a man that's older than them, they're gonna deal with a man that's like a decade or more younger than them. And to me, that's like backwards logic. A young dude, he's not always thinking on the average saying, God, I'm gonna look for my wife. My mate is gonna be like 10, 15 years older than me. No man of any age thinks like that, bro. Before they heard of a manosphere, before I even heard about it, before you heard about it, no man can say, I'm gonna get my stuff together. I might not date, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna go look for a woman that's my age or she's gonna be older than me. Most men don't think like that.
Right. Well, it's natural to think younger, of course.
Yeah. They want somebody younger to deal with, or someone that, and depending on how the man mood thinks, he might deal with somebody 5 years younger, 10 years, maybe on a range. But we did not think of anybody that's their same age unless they knew him when they were coming up. That might be different. But normally, once a man is a certain age or he's not in the dating realm and he's started to really take it seriously, he's not going to be looking for anybody his age range on the average. I'm sorry. But a lot of women, they think like this because they think like men. So they feel they could do with men and have men think the opposite. because it is a dual mating strategy. They're trying to make the room so that way they could F up in life and that there's someone's gonna come here that they could pull. And trust me, they're in their right state of mind, they think they're entitled to a pull from the basket of men. Can we agree?
Yeah, that's what they think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not what's going to happen at the end
That's
of the
not
day.
what's happening now. Yeah. And Mitchell, I don't want to say that's what's happening, but that's not really what's happening. Anyway, guys, let's keep going. Barry, you. Oh wait, I see somebody wrote some. Lena writes, the guy in the white shirt seems a little off. I can't put my fingers, maybe, on it. Marriage reform and equal protective rights. Yes, that's what we want. Equal rights and for protection.
Well, I doubt that. Not from what I've seen. I'm pretty sure there are some Pookies and Ray Rays out there, but
You
if
brought
you
it
look
up.
at our country, huh?
You brought it up. Child support. Child
I
support.
know.
There's no child support over there.
I
They
put
can
it.
just jump around and
I put it as.
I'm saying.
I put it as an example. I was listing different things of because there are situations where the father isn't alive and there's still hella for child support. It's in the favor of the ladies. We know that. So,
Like I
but
said,
my thing,
it's a
most
universal
of us
law.
aren't even.
Is a not nothing in chicks law that all you got to
Yeah.
do is do that, and you are protected.
I get you, bro. And most of us don't have kids in this country.
So what's the problem? You got kids?
No, I don't. I hope not.
Why?
No, I
Why
don't.
is that a problem? Hold on, you do or no?
I don't. I'm just messing with you. I don't.
So why are you complaining? And I'm not going off on you or nothing, but why are you complaining about a problem that's not even your problem? Let's talk about the what's actually going on, because you're trying to talk about a problem that has nothing to do with you. If the majority of y'all don't have kids, which is dope, why are you up here and the first thing that comes out your mouth, child support? Just a question.
Well, it was one of the things I was listening to things that a lot of black men go through in this country.
Talk about something that you have nothing to do with because you're not part of the issue.
I mean, you can. It's like, okay, it's like you're talking about the passport bros, and you said the majority are out there doing this and that, going for paying to get a tail, right? I mean, you're not a part of it, but you're talking about it. And the thing is,
the reason why. Hold on, let me answer. No, let me answer that. There's a reason why. Because I'm sick of them making our women feel like they're inadequate for marriage. Instead of helping our women, they're saying leave the women and go get your passport and go marry a woman over there, and they ain't marrying no women over there.
So hold up right there.
Yeah, we're gonna pause right there.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. So it's okay for him to talk about things that annoy him, but yet when you talk about something that annoys you, he wants to mute you and shut you up. So that's why the guy pointed out, he was like, look, okay, maybe I don't have kids, but it doesn't mean because I don't have kids, I can't acknowledge reality of people who are getting wrung through the mud. That's almost like saying, oh, there's no racism in America and everything's fine. Oh, because it didn't happen to me. Why would I talk about it? Like if that's the case, then nobody should have rioted for any reason ever. Because if it didn't happen to you personally, according to Miss Lego, you shouldn't be talking about it. You shouldn't care, right? But yet, when something happens that he cares about, he could talk about it all day. So that's what I'm saying. You got to just look at the source of where the BS is coming from. That's all you got to do.
And I'm not sure if any man's in the business of reforming any person that's not really on the program or don't have no, how can I say, or they're not just really focused on trying to fix anything that's broken. I don't know which dude's going to do that. That sounds nice and noble, but the average monumente is not really in the business of fixing anybody personally, not even women. So if they can't find a woman of their needs or suitable, then they're going to find an environment that does, unfortunately. So I don't get it. Him saying that, putting it out there, because personally, and let's be honest, a lot of people don't got patience. Marty, let's keep it real. I mean, I'm not saying I'm impatient, man, but most modern men today are not really that patient. I mean, to really deal with anything. If you're a certain way, they're just not gonna buy a deal with it. And they're not gonna invest more time. They're just gonna probably move on. And really, that's the greatest fear to modern women, that dude is not gonna put up with something. They're just gonna just bounce. If you're not acting right, okay, get up, walk, and go. I mean, you see it now, slowly. So what he put out there, maybe you have the patience, but most modern men say don't. So let's keep pushing. Fair use and effect.
And that's my thing.
See,
hold on.
Okay.
My platform is one. Well, the number one thing I do is I'm here to help men and women get their lives together so they can go be with each other and have stable households, stable family units to raise children. But all the women want to do is, they doing their dumb stuff, right? But all the men, so right now I'm going off on the men. I go off on the women almost every day, all right? But I'm going off on the men today. And so y'all about to get this smoke. And I'm sick of y'all, and not you, but
guys say they about to give the men this work today. I said, but you go on the women, you make your money off the women, my dude. I mean, going at the men one time, a lot of dudes will listen to us and they're not gonna budge. But for the sake of conversation and content, we give this a play. Fair use and effect.
Y'all YouTubers, not you, because I don't know you, y'all YouTubers talking mess about women and then saying, yo, just go somewhere else. And no. Like, if you can't find a woman here, it may be something wrong with you and not anything wrong with them. Because there's something wrong with them, but there's something wrong with us also. And we got to focus on that and figure our lives out and work on that instead of running around trying to go get a passport and not get married over there and go get treated the same way, get mushed in the face, getting used for your citizenship and used for your money over there the same way a lot of these dudes were getting used for over here. And it's sad. The dude literally said himself, man, I thought something was wrong with me because I couldn't get no woman. Something is wrong with you.
Right.
So go ahead.
I hear you. No, I hear you. I hear you on him, and he has a lot of growing to do. But I think it's kind of disingenuous to say that's the majority of the movement. I mean, you've seen bad, I've seen good. So I mean, it's like, how do we go about proving that most of them are just going up there for some tail? I see a lot of people going and having fun. I see the Pookies and the Railways. I see the ones who just trying to play to fail, but reality seems to catch up with them pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
I just want to tell you, anytime I go to Brazil or me and whoever, we going over there for some ass. We going over there to have fun. All right.
Right.
No dudes going to no other country for number one thing, ass.
Wait. Did you hear that, Marty? Did I miss something?
He said they going over there for just number one thing. That.
So wait, did Mr. Lego travel abroad to get some tail?
Wait, play it again.
Let me see if I can rewind that properly. Kind of want. Let me see. 36 minutes. All right. Let me see if I can.
Did he say he did that?
Let me see. I gotta rewind it back. Hold on.
And how would he know if he didn't?
Hold on. Let me see if I can rewind it good. I gotta take my time to rewind this. All right. Let me play.
Anytime I go to Brazil or me and whoever, we go.
You hear that?
Wait, just do that one more time. It was quick.
All right, hold on. Oh, damn it.
But reality seems to catch up with them pretty fast. So I mean,
I just want to tell you, anytime I go to Brazil.
Anytime I go to Brazil.
Okay, I got that.
Let's continue.
Or me and whoever, we going over there for some ass. We going over there to have fun. All right.
Oh, okay, pause that right there. And this is what I'm talking about. The source.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do a video on this. You have to examine the source, because what people tend to do, instead of examining a situation with an unbiased look, they tend to go off what they do. So what it really is, when I go overseas, I pay for the box. So therefore you must be doing it because I do it. So if I'm calling you a cornball, follow the logic.
Mm-hmm.
Then that must mean before you were on YouTube for all of your life, you were a cornball. Because all I'm hearing is what I am, you must be too. So now it all makes sense. I said this from the beginning. You just have to listen to people and examine the source. Now we know, because I didn't know he went to Brazil to pay for box. I didn't know that. But now if we
he said he goes to when he's traveling to Brazil and stuff, he's thinking of just a smash.
Oh, so yeah. Please believe when he goes to Brazil, he's not just thinking; he's actually paying.
No,
for
actually, yeah, he is actually doing. Yeah.
It's not just thinking with him. If you're gonna go to Brazil and that's what you're thinking about doing, it's nothing to do it when you're there. So let's be adults. Like, all right, as a grown man, he goes to Brazil. That's what he does, and I have no problem with if that's what he does. But the thing is, he's like ashamed of what he does. So. He should say, how come he didn't say to all these people, hey, I used to pay for the box and I think this passport thing is stupid. He didn't say that. He said this passport thing is stupid, but he left out the fact that when he goes overseas, that's what he does. I think that's something that he purposely leaves out. I think he actually just slipped up and just admitted to that on camera, because I would have never known that. But now it makes sense why he feels the way he does, because according to him, if you pay for box, you're corny, right?
Yeah. If you pay, actually, you're corny paying for the box outside the United States.
Right. Exactly. So first of all, you're corny for traveling. Why would he be traveling anyway to Brazil? That means he's corny. And then why would he be paying for the box? Because he should be able to pay for that in the States, according to his logic. I'm just asking y'all to follow the logic. All you have to do is let people talk, and they will always tell on themselves. And that's why I've been sitting here listening. And then here we go. Now, everything he says before and after is going to make complete sense to me. Now I know why his argument sounds so childish, because he's just telling you what he does. He's telling you who he is. I'm corny. I pay for the box. And so he's just projecting it to everybody else. But go ahead.
Before we continue, make sure you guys like the stream, share the stream, as always, and subscribe to the Chaos Reign Show. As pushing to, I guess, the 1K mark. A long time coming, but I gotta grind it. So if y'all watching from the clouds, or please hit that subscribe button and hit the top notification bell for the uploads and live streams here on the Chaos Reign Show. Now to the comment sections. Let's see. I see narrative dialogues here. Salute. Nino. Well, at least he's being honest. Everyone else lies about it. Is he married? He was once married. He's not married now. Lena. How much are you willing to bet he never been to Brazil? I think he answered that question. Prime. Hey, just because he does, that doesn't mean everyone else is. Okay. Maybe true. Weird. How people will believe people pay, but believe guys who don't. Logic's weird. Yep. He probably went seeking out working girls. It's not hard to meet women who don't care about money abroad. Project like a lot of guys do. All right, let's continue. Fair use and effect.
Right.
No dude's going to no other country for nothing but one thing: ass. Stop.
Come on, we can't put that like it's all unless we can prove it, man. Because come on, shoot. I mean, went to Florida, went and had fun, right? I mean, men go to have fun, but they're yeah.
You,
But listen,
thank you, bro. Stop,
bro, hold on.
stop, bro. Stop.
But what's
Stop
wrong
it,
with that
man.
necessarily? They're gonna have fun, but
So my
I've seen.
bro, my point is this. The number one thing Passport Bros, the whole movement was meant to do was to treat our women like they are the second-class citizens to the second-class citizens in other countries. To say, hey, if these women don't want to act right, all these women over here, they going, and ain't none of them went and got married. None of them went and got married. And I said this last year, and it's pathetic, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna play it right here, just in case, because some people ain't see it. So let me play this real quick.
Have you heard of this analogy, the Passport Bros? Have you heard of them?
I heard of it. I think it's all stupid though.
Really? Like, these guys aren't saying they don't want chicks or that they don't want marriage.
They're just female. They're male females.
What they're saying, from what I've seen, is of course not everyone's the same, but for what generalization is, they want women. They want even marriage in a lot of cases. They just don't want it with
No, they don't.
with the Western woman. So they go to
They
Brazil,
don't name one dude that don't went somewhere and got married. None of them.
Colombia.
Name one of them that went out and found a woman. A wife.
I don't know a lot of passports.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. None of these niggas went out and did shit. It's just another way to say we don't like women. It's just dumb shit. Like I said, women are out here doing dumb shit. Men are trash, and men are out here doing dumb shit or saying dumb shit. Passport Bros. It's all stupid. There's a whole bunch of stupid ass black people whining about why they don't like the other sex. Instead of fixing their own shit, I want to go get a passport. They're gonna treat you like a cornball over there, just like the women over here treat you like a cornball. You're a cornball. See, people.
And by the way, I need everybody to hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
People try to run away from themselves. Women put wigs on to think and feel like they're somebody else. And men get passports and start bragging. And there's nothing wrong in having a passport. But hey, I got a passport, so fuck y'all bitches. No, you're going to get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. You're going to get treated the same way over there because you are a cornball. Cornballs get treated like cornballs.
We had a party pooper right here. She's been negative the past 15 minutes. We had a party pooper right here.
Bro, has this ever happened to you?
No. I know last time a Latina chick did something, she spilled a drink on me just so she can kiss me. But no, that hasn't happened. But I understand he's a cornball, but I still think it's disingenuous to label it as most of them. I've seen success. You've seen a mess. So we've seen two different things.
What do you
Question
mean
is,
you've seen success?
I've seen them in the groups. Well, I mean, like I said, that one guy who got married. As far as the other ones posting their pictures and whatnot and married, if they're telling the truth, I hope they are. They're guys that were beautiful ladies. Hopefully they're not paying for nothing and whatnot, but there's gonna be men out there doing that. That's common sense.
It ain't beautiful ladies.
I mean,
in
you
America?
can, but men on all levels are having a hard time.
Why?
Look what happened.
Why?
Because they've been sabotaged, bro.
Who's been sabotaged?
Look at all your videos. Our women in particular, the Western women in particular, man. Look at all the work you put in the videos and the backlash you get when you call out something real.
Understood.
Accountability. Yeah. And so men, I understand they're cornballs. Men have been sabotaged too. We've been freaking feminized. That's why I try to have some compassion and empathy for them. Sure, look, it's been rubbed in our face. We ain't ish for so many years, 40 plus years, right? I understand there are men who can't handle that. I have some empathy for them. If I give them some instruction or give them to do better, if they keep on, then I'm going to call them out. But at least I know an eye for an eye doesn't make things right.
No, if you call them out, you'll be looked at as, what's the word? Man, call it woman behavior. I forgot what it is. What they call it, Marty? Shit. I think you're bashing. I think they call you bashing or some shit. I don't know what they call it nowadays.
You mean calling out black women?
No, yeah. When a man calls out, a certain word they call black men and does it.
But you know, it's funny. He never really called out black women. He just said modern women. He never once said black women this or black women that.
You know why? Because when you label only a specific gender, it's not good favor for the algorithm.
No, but what I'm saying is all the black women are upset at him, but he never once said black women anything. He's just said modern women. You don't see Chinese women getting upset at Austin. You don't see white women getting upset at Austin. You only see black women and black men like this. I haven't seen one white guy say anything bad about Austin. So make that make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense right there. I don't know anybody saying bad about the young dude. I agree. I think the code language, it speaks for itself, because let's be honest, when you start categorizing, that's why you don't see me. I try to be very wise with certain words in regards to this weirdo something algorithm, this AI that we use called YouTube, because it does trigger certain things that will get it noticed or start pulling back. That's why I could see why the man is using codified language. Now, other groups of men and women, they always refer to men and women as a whole. But when it comes to us, depending on the content creator, Mr. Leko is never going to say black woman every specific time in his chant on his videos or live streams. Occasionally. He's always going to be mindful because he wants to be favorite to the algorithm, because he wants his message to be spread. So I get it. Coded words are very necessary when you're on here. Just let people know. Just a little hint for those that's going to do content. Let y'all know ahead of time. Let's go. Fair use and effect.
But I understand where it's coming from, bro. 40, 50 years, we've been told we ain't ish. And a lot of us are doing good. Now, do we most of us think with our D? I believe so, unfortunately. But as far as like finances and decrease in incarceration rates and being the most present father, according to the CDC, just depending on what's present, I think we're improving as a majority. And like highlight those, but it's like when we highlight those, it shows who the issue majority might be. And it's like, nah, we got too many women avoiding good men because they think he's gonna be boring. And so I see a lot of these successful ones.
Stop right there. That is an actual fact. And I just did a video about that. And it's something called damaged neuroception, where women have been treated badly by their mothers to the point. And then when I say treated badly by their mothers, they've been treated badly by their mothers literally for 18 years, right? When they were 5, when they were 9, when they were 12, when they were 16. That's a long period of time getting treated badly by a person, right? And then their mother turns around and tells them to their face, I love you. I did it because I love you, right? So now this young lady has a warped sense of what love looks like. So now they go out in the world and they look to actually get the exact same experience, which is literally reliving your childhood all over again because of familiarity, right? If you're used to living in Florida, you're not really going to have a good life in Chicago because the temperature, you're familiar with the heat, right? But if you live in Chicago and then move to Florida, even though Chicago is cold as hell, Florida is going to drive you nuts because you're familiar with a different temperature. So if you spent your whole life with a certain amount of familiarity with whatever, you're going to have issues with something different. So when a man gets with a woman that has a certain amount of familiarity, she has a certain amount of familiarity of trauma, being treated like crap by her own mother, and then being told, I love you, you're the most important person in my life. Well, she's going to go out and find a guy that's going to give her that same feeling. I treat you like crap, but I love you.
Before we continue, let me read some comments. See some people. One new person here. Let me see. He's correct about that now. It's a whole load of showing that these spaces nowadays and online, you can be whatever you want to be, like Neo. They keep using this video and not the recent one Austin has with that chick. Okay. Not True by Lena. Prime said a lot of weak black men scared of offending black women. Yeah. All right. Let me see what time it's now. Okay. All right. This one I'm gonna do. You still there, Marty? Because
Yes, sir.
I mean, I didn't want to push it too long because I want to get somewhere to the halfway mark, like the 6-minute mark of this. And we're at how many more minutes? This you got 15 more minutes. I might push like another 10 minutes. I'm gonna open up for people that have any questions on it. But let me finish read the last comment in the chat room.
Okay.
This is by me. Why does he not talk about the father's treatment of his daughters? Dishonest, solid guy? If that's what it's called. I don't know. It's a good question to me. All right, let's continue. Various.
Now, that is because of single motherhood. And that is the reason why I'm here. So I do understand that there is an issue with our black women, but it can be fixed by having more men and more parents, well, more males being parents instead of just only females out here. And I know it's an uphill battle, but we can't just run around just giving up on everybody. That's my whole point.
Bro, how many years have we been trying though, man?
Bro, all you need is one woman, bro. All you need is one woman. AK, he has a woman. He's good. He has a wife.
Yeah, that's true. I have a wife. Been she's African American. Been married, 20
daughters.
Plus. Yes, have daughters.
You know what I'm saying? Now his daughters are gonna grow up to be good women. You see how simple that is?
However, I gotta say that I do disagree with your position on the whole passport bros.
Okay.
And I know it might sound like counterintuitive, being that though, I married a sister from the US. Mm-hmm. Now, I think there's a gross oversimplification of this whole passport bros movement, one. And two, I think that there is an agenda to paint the passport bros in a negative light because they're trying to. Yeah, there is an agenda because they're trying to portray these brothers as like predators and like sexual predators.
Are they though? What are they over there doing?
Well, here, hold on. So let me say this. So why did we not have the same energy for black women when black women have been going overseas for sex and love for 20 years? Okay, so
women, nobody gives a damn about what women are doing.
No.
Women have more chance of catching the STD, bro, and they're more.
Just check the source. I keep saying it.
Yeah, man. I tell you, man. And mind you, women have been traveling a little more than, and not saying that men at the time weren't able to get passports, but we all know when it comes to our community, a lot of us don't like to travel outside our city, much less our neighborhood, for some time now. It is now recently because of the internet now, and we're more globalized more than ever for the last decade or so, that people are exploring different options now. Well, let me keep playing because I want to go for the next 5 minutes. So, for a response, fair use.
Susceptible to being damaged, penetrate mentally and physically. A man being a man, we should have no problem with that. But women, they have more to lose and more to risk.
Okay. Nobody cares. It's about what us men are doing. See, men don't worry about what women are doing unless it comes to the raising of men, because most women are raising the men and women or whatever, right? So from the motherhood standpoint, we got to stop that so we can take over, because they're literally ruining black people left and right. But when it comes to when they're just a single woman, I don't care what she's doing. Let her stay ass over there.
They bring back that trauma.
Yeah, but
no, she can stay ass over there. Go ahead, AK.
Yeah, again, like I said, you said that none of these brothers are going over there for marriage, and I disagree. Now, there are a number of men who are going over there to find their queen because they can't find them in the States. Now, what I'm saying is you have a lot of women who are saying that they're not interested in these guys. These guys, they don't make 6 figures, so they're not interested in them. Most of these women are saying they want the guys that are 6 feet tall. They want the guys that are 6 feet. They want the guys that have swagger, right? So you have 85.
Who said that? What are you talking about?
U.S. women.
The women in the U.S.
Let me reiterate on what I said. Nobody gives a damn about what these women want, because at the end of the day, they can't find a husband to save their damn lives.
But
Bro, the dumb mess that they say matters nothing, because there's something called supply and demand. Because if these, let me tell you something, if these women were getting the men that they are saying that they want, they asses wouldn't be on social media talking, because they would have a man at home. Most of the women who are on social media, on TikTok, saying all this stuff, are single.
Right.
They ain't got no man, because it's no way in hell my woman would be on TikTok talking mess about men. You know why? Because she would be my woman. Now she would be sitting down happy somewhere. So these women ain't got no man, bro. None of these women have men on TikTok.
But they don't want to settle. They say they say they don't want to settle. They're not going.
Now Marty, I would agree. I would agree them, and lines are open for those who want to come up. Well, me and Marty Fly. Okay, I get it. Most of that, from what Mr. Lecco assumes, are single. That's why they're on social media a lot. Not necessarily true. Here's why. There are some women that are in a relationship that's still on social media. Okay, can anybody put me right or wrong? Any objections in the chat room? So I can't really go by that. Women are on social media because they're always looking for some form of attention. And maybe the next big thing, if we want to go further. How we know, case in point, look at all the social media that's mostly predominant by women. Some are in relationships, some are just single as hell and looking forward to be on the carousel as long as they can ride that bad boy. Social media is like a drug to modern women today. So if the dudes knowing that they're complaining, don't be fooled. They're complaining because it's by their choice why they complain. And if they get what they want, they're going to still what? Complain. So it makes no difference at all. Let's continue. Unless you want to say something, Marty.
No, we can listen more.
All right, fair use.
Out there. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If a woman says that, hey, I don't want you, he doesn't want these guys, you can't force yourself on those women. Look, no man is entitled to a black woman's affection.
Y'all sound whiny, man. No, they don't want me.
No, it's called
want me.
It's called being realistic. And so my
no,
thing
it's
is
not, bro. All you need is one damn woman. Instead of trying to holler at the woman on TikTok, try to holler at a woman that's at the damn grocery store in person. One of the problems with men and women right now, all y'all asses on TikTok. Take your ass outside and go find a goddamn human being instead of sitting on social media staring at human beings all damn your whole damn life. That's the damn problem.
I get what you're saying.
I think you're oversimplifying.
Somebody say something? Oh no, I said okay.
You're definitely oversimplifying.
Now I'm oversimplifying it.
You are.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how simple it is. And you married, AK, so I'm not talking about you, and I'm not talking about you, brother. Get your lazy ass off of YouTube and shit, and go out and meet a damn woman in person. And if she says no, guess what? Meet another woman in person, and guess what? Meet another woman in person. And keep going until you find what you want. That is what men do. And listen to what the women are saying and find out why they ain't wanting you or turning you down. Whether you ain't
matter what the women are saying.
And these women don't even know what they want.
Exactly. That's the point.
That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. That's why I say nobody cares what they want. So I want y'all to think about this. You just made my point. They don't know what they want. So why the hell would you be dumb enough to listen to what they say they want? They can't get what they want. They can't think themselves out of a damn paper bag. What are you talking about?
I gotta give him credit. I can see why he has the platform he has, and he has such a strong following. I mean, I ain't gonna not comment critiques our community, but god damn, bro, we all know women can't think out of the bag, but you make it seem like they pretty fine and they have no problems if the dudes have an issue, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, you want to say something?
No, I'm done. I was gonna read the comments, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just say at this point, if the women are not into these guys or whatever, and they say, fuck it, I'm gonna go somewhere else, I don't see what the issue is if these guys are doing their own thing. Why are you want to keep them on a plantation? It just seems to me like he seems like he's whining more than the Barracuda guy. The Barracuda guy is level headed and he's just sticking to the topic. This guy is more emotional, making crybaby noises. It's like who's in charge here? Like if he's just saying like, listen, you can't force yourself on a woman, so these guys are going another route. And he's saying, no, you got to try again. Well,
Try again.
why do you have to try 5,000 times when you can just go somewhere and just do it one time?
Yeah.
I mean, explain that to me.
Try and error is good for, for certain things that you need out of life, that you got to go through a certain struggle. But after a while, in my opinion, it only goes so far, and it depends on the person how far you really want to continue struggling with this. Because after a while, struggling, it's going to drain you, especially here in the West as a man, especially a black man. As much times your life is very much uncertain here in the West. I mean, do you really think you want to continue struggling? I mean, especially if you're trying to find a mate, if you're really serious. I mean, no. I remember Roger said the best that that if a man makes six figures, why would he waste time find a sister? And it hit me, but I had to think critically. You know what? If she wasn't there for you during the start of this ride, what do you think she's titled for the awards? That's my logic into it. Because they complain about all these other races get these men. And the reason why, because most men, they'll say that they pretty much will appreciate more. No, they'll still fuck them over, but they'll appreciate them more than a sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's the logic to modern men today. For those ladies that think why these men, if they reach certain place or they make certain money, they go marry out and stuff, because you're not gonna appreciate it. Now, if you stay around there with certain things, maybe. But most modern men today, they're looking at the environment as is and looking at the situation of countless men around you right now, and they say it's not really worth the squeeze. So, I mean, they're making an executive decision at the end of the day. Now, I don't agree with it, but every man moves and think differently. But that's me. Fairness in effect.
So
Well,
hold on. Sunkiss, what you think?
Hi, I totally agree with it so much with you, Mr. Lego. I started following you because I love your content.
Thank you.
Actually, I value you allowing me up. Here's the thing. I have to weigh. I really wanted to weigh in on this. Actually, I was watching one of your videos about the no more Section 8 and things of that nature, and I made a comment, and it was appalling as to how many negative comments that came under my comment, the replies, because I was saying that I'm 50 years old and I waited. I was waiting to be married, saving myself and all that. Mm-hmm. And it was so many vile comments that came. Some of the Section 8 queens were saying, oh, that's a lie, da-da-da. So many of the guys that created this, they would talk about the tent cities and all that. And I watched your video over and over and over because I was like, yes, And so they were saying, and it's amazing how so many people regurgitate so many of the other people that were saying vile things instead of asking the question why. And they were saying, oh, you're the common denominator and all that. And I believe whatever, person does 2 or 3 things the same, it is. Maybe you are the common denominator. But no one asked the question why. They kept saying, well, it has to be you, da-da-da-da-da. And here's the thing. I'm big on the basic boy meets girl. I'm still old school. Like you just said, get off the internet.
Wait, Sunkiss. They're going to say you're oversimplifying it. Boy meets girl.
That's women said they're equal to men now.
We can't oversimplify it, Sunkiss.
Yeah. Oh. And the thing is, here's the thing. I am not single. I just, like I said, I know my worth. People are always saying what they're looking for in the next person. Are you that? And the thing is, I stay single because I had a narcissistic egg donor and a sperm donor. And instead of me perpetuating that,
Before we continue, and Mr. Leco's going to correct in a second. I think probably a lot of us are in the community. Personally, we use these terms too loosely. So you're saying you dealt with someone as a narcissist, right?
Mhm.
That's what you suppose, right?
Yeah, everybody's a narcissist. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything anymore if
It
everybody's a
doesn't mean anything
narcissist.
anymore. Yeah. So you tell me you dealt with someone as a narcissist. That means it makes me think that you're a narcissist. Personally. In my opinion. But here's Mr. Leco's response to that.
Whoa,
Well, it's a long
no,
story.
no,
Okay.
whoa, no.
No.
You are the narcissist if you have a narcissistic egg donor. So I
That's
just
the
want to put
reason
that
why
out there.
I waited.
Do not
That's why I
call
waited.
the person that nutted in you a narcissist because you let him. So I just want to put
No,
that
no.
in there.
No,
Don't be
listen.
demonizing
No, I
the
said
person
my
that put demon seeds
No.
inside of you.
Listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish. I said my parents, I'm not, I've saved myself. Listen to what I'm saying. My parents are my sperm donor and egg donors. I
Oh,
saw them
okay. Sorry. I thought you was demonizing the. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
No, that's okay. I said I'm saving myself until I get married.
Okay.
I met my special one.
Mhm.
He's waiting on me because I had to earn that as he earned me. I
Mhm.
didn't want to take that toxicity and perpetuate that into my marriage. People
Okay.
are so big on trying to impress people with the waiting. That's the easy. I want to practice my marriage before I get into it. And so everybody's looking for a 10. Are you that 10? And so I wanted to wait. I had 8 guys to propose to me. I said no for a reason because I knew that I couldn't respect them as my head. And I made sure that I did not take what my parents or my donors gave to me. And you talked about mothers not liking their daughters or being jealous of their daughters. That is true. And
Yeah.
because I didn't want to give that to my husband because he didn't deserve that, if I want to be that 10, and 10s look different. Sometimes a 4, 3, 5, 10s are different from whatever my 10 looked like. I wanted to make sure I gave that to him so that we could be happy. And so
Okay.
that's why I waited. People were saying, "Oh, you got to be lying," and all these things in that comment. I waited to this age so that when I walk down the aisle, I am for sure so that I can get him fix his crown at the right time so that when he fix mine, we can be complimenting each other. And so
I
that
get
is
it.
why I waited. And so that why when I hear these young guys always complain and say, "Oh yeah, they need to go across," it's so many, and this is not to sling mud, but if Black men want Black women to see them as the kings that they say that they are, stop saying that you're a king and stand up and not act like the peasant and be the king of your kingdom, own your kingdom and prove it by your actions. And then you require her to be that by your actions. And if she's not acting like that queen, then you say, no, you require, just like you want her to require. And so that way it won't be this gender war. I get so tired of hearing Black men say, well, she don't, well, what man has enough time in his day to get on social media and argue with the lesser one, the feminine one? Who's the feminine one then? If you can say, well, you said, well, I said, well, you don't do, well, my mama said.
But Sunkiss, my question is, why are you arguing with them also?
Here's
All right, Marty.
Well, yeah. Let me just say this. Yeah.
Let me do this. Hold on. All right, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because it's already past your time. One thing I do want to say. She had many proposals and looked like she's looking for almost perfection. See, one thing ladies got to understand. If you're in a relationship and a man proposed, that means he sees something in you that he wants to take some long term. And now last time I checked, because last time as we look at people that's married on paper, it's 30%. I'm not sure where people getting this 85% from. We're not getting married like that, bro. Like that. Unfortunately. It's actually low. But when we do, we make it work out, hopefully, right?
Well,
So,
it's 80% of the 24% actually get divorced. So it's 21 in 4, which is about 25% black women will ever get married. Of the ones out of 4 that get married, 8% of those marriage end up in divorce. So they get higher percentage divorce than actually married. That's
yeah. So that would make more sense than saying that black people get married at 85%. No,
I think they got their numbers mixed up.
It is mixed up because divorce rate now, and it probably went now, is roughly 80%. So how does that math weigh out? You get me?
Yeah.
You get married and you get divorced. That means you get married one day and then next day you get divorced. I'm just saying,
pretty much.
You gotta do the logic. And I see our comments. I'm gonna read it. But anything you want to say, Marty?
No, good stream. You know, we do it another time. And basically, again, it all comes down to the source. I don't like to go back and forth with people that are heavily biased, especially when they don't know what they're talking about. It's like pointless. You know, I can see if he had like a couple of points, but you could tell he's a trick. He's a square himself. So it makes sense that he thinks everybody else is. That's projection. And that's cool. Like I could see through it. I mean, I'm sure everybody else can too. But you know, we'll always check the source.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna check the source. All right, we're gonna do this again soon. I'm glad able to get your little sound system all sent ready. So
yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Y'all saying go. I think you won't have this problem, God willing, but we never know because you know technologists nowadays. But you know,
I saved the settings. Everything's good now.
Yeah. Well,
all right, man.
I'll catch you on the next live stream. You know, I'm following you on you know, your YouTube channel, so you know, be on the lookout. You know, I might pop up one of these days. You know.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Let me just put it there. If anybody wants to go follow me, I got some interesting content. Check me out. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you.
Man. Cool, man.
All right. Let me read y'all guys' comments, and I'm going to run a few more minutes off of this, and then I'm probably going to call it a day. Since everybody's, you know, watching, that's cool. Let's see where to start. Wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me do this, guys. I can't read our comments. If a guy finds his wife abroad, what is the problem? There's no problem indeed. Know your league. A nerd don't fit in with Cardi B. The very woman they complain about, know your match. Okay. That's a good thing, Prime. But if they're going for that reason, either way, I feel it's their business. But the problem here as of now is that these content creators are going there. Yes. They're coming back and still complaining. Yeah. A narrow dialogue. Some are, but the detractors aren't being honest and they are cherry picking. Oh, yes. Yes. What works for one person may not for another, but call it for what it is. Be straight up. Going to go get some, going to find why they're fine by Nino. I see where you're coming from, Prime. Okay. It's been around in these spaces, especially the Black Master, a while, and I knew every type dude that have inserted themselves in the moment and they are not in the space for purpose. Indeed. The most common is that one who blames their personal issues on everyone instead of looking at itself. So she wastes 8 men's time. Pretty much she does. She's on point with finding your match. It's like someone being 500 pounds and behind an avatar and talking. They look for a woman in a size 6 dress and he can't match it. Yeah. Well, you know, most women are supposed to be smaller than men anyway. So we can't have people that's big. It's, you know, doesn't make sense. Say if he could with his money, they get prepared to be played because clearly he's going to be paying masters if he's getting her with his money. Yes. Is conditional, laughing out loud. A black and cab gets an Asian in Latin and he be just fine, laughing out loud. And you know, Marty's YouTube channel. All right. Let's wrap this up. Fair use and effect.
The thing.
Hold on, you said you had a man, right?
I do. My thing is,
hold on, son, kids. Hold on.
Go on. Go on, I'm
Just
sorry.
like I said earlier, these women on TikTok talking all this mess about men ain't got no man. And I said, and if they had a man, their man would snatch their asses off of social media and tell them sit down somewhere. So I'm not saying right now, but if you are on any social media platform arguing with a man, your man ain't doing his job because he need to be telling you sit your ass down somewhere.
You don't know. Well, you know what?
So why?
See that? Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that, right? She said her man does not know. Gentlemen, you better be very careful. That's all I gotta tell you. Just be very careful. You think your good wife, girlfriend, etc. is gonna put down social media? You're delusional. You're very delusional. Social media is like crack for a lot of black people, including the sisters. They can't function without putting their phone down for less than a couple minutes. The minute they put their phone down, they get delirious. Where my phone at? Where my phone at? They be shaking. They be getting the shivers, the shakes, the quivers. I tell you, it's addicting. It's very addicting. Anyway, let's continue. Fair use in effect.
You said he don't know.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
If as a representative of your man, I need you to find somewhere to sit your ass down at, Sunkissed, and represent your man properly and stop, according to what you said, arguing with men. Because you ain't arguing with us, but if you are in comments or on some other social media platform arguing with men, you need to sit your ass down somewhere.
Well, you're right. I have to agree, and I applaud you for this. Thank you for this, for adjusting me. I value this. But you know what? I follow reputable people to be readjusted, and I follow men that are reputable so that I can know how to polish his crown when need be, or when I need my crown polished when need be. So I value this.
Okay.
But when I came into your comment, and then I got these, I was like, I was triggered. It took me back to childhood. No excuse. These are just facts. And I allowed my crown to be snatched to the side. I allowed it. I'm going to take this lick. I allowed it. And it's no excuse.
Right.
So with you telling me this, thank you for adjusting my crown. Thank you. Because there's no excuse to that.
And that's what we have to do as a community.
Yes.
But the issue is that accountability is lack in mass. And like you guys said, supply and demand. Well, listen, if you can't, if the feminine are the few and all the great men hopefully getting them, snatching them up, okay, well then men are left with a bunch of turmoil. We already got to fight the world. We don't want to fight at home. So whether they're eligible or not, a lot of them are leaving, getting their passports. There was women over there trying to scam them. There's women out there actually welcoming them. There's combinations of things. That's why
they get kicked out of whole countries looking stupid.
Bro, that was one dude's move, and maybe some others. Bro, that's it. All right, so you have proof that's the majority, bro?
It's getting kicked out of Brazil. The movement is getting kicked out of Brazil, which means any other
kicked them out?
That
the government?
Out a phone,
because
hey, look at me.
Are you saying
because of what
you saying the government?
Can y'all chill for a second?
Okay.
Any cornball that pulls out a phone and saying, hey, look at me, I'm sitting having dinner with a Brazilian or a girl, and she's gonna get his ass kicked out too. Niggas putting their phones down and stop being cornballs, because that's the thing. Who's stupid enough to be sitting around, hey, look at me, I'm on the phone. Sit down. You know what I'm saying?
You're correct. And he messed up for a lot of eligible people, if that's the case. My thing is, to paint that light as if it's all of them or majority of them, it's disingenuous unless we have the proof.
Any man that says, hey, look at me, I'm in Brazil with a beautiful woman instead of in America with a whatever cantankerous woman is a cornball. Period.
I get
live your life over there or go live your life over here. You don't never see me picking no damn phone up to, hey, look at me, I'm at so-and-so with this pretty girl, because I'm not a cornball.
And I get that, bro. And like we agree on that. My thing is we just disagree on how many are doing how many. And so
For him?
that's my thing. It was why not these? You know, a lot of these brothers are damaged. So why not show them the way to be appropriately? Forget this dude. He got to readjust himself.
Sir, that's why I'm here to do. That's why I'm here calling these idiots out. Like, this isn't the way. Running around in other countries bragging about how other women from other countries are better than the women in our country ain't helping no damn body. It's actually making it worse. How about you either be a part of the solution or shut up? Instead of, hey, let's see, women in other countries are better than women in. No, they're not. There are women just like here. And if they're so better, they would be running around. Oh, I got to stay over here. I got to marry one of these chicks. No, they're going broke and getting used.
Well, hold on. You got to have money to fly, bro.
Hold on. Before you say something else, I just want to play this because I didn't say that. I ain't in no damn Brazil. He said it.
All right, guys. I don't know what to say, man. Y'all get the point. And I guess y'all guys are watching, so y'all not coming up. I get it, you know. I wouldn't come up either just to give my take on it. But, you know, like I said, it's always good to really examine some of this content and see what's being said. As you see, there you have it. I mean, shit. Oh, yeah, if y'all guys want to support, you know, be so inclined. I know y'all guys came in, you know. But really, truly, oh, shit. Hold on. All right. Really and truly, there's some points that I could maybe agree with Mr. Lake on, some things I can't agree in regards that men are traveling and they just sowing their royal oats. Majority of men, not just black men, but all groups of men go outside the country for either two things: to get access to more vagina or doing something else more important. Now, for the black men that is doing some things that's constructive, they're doing it, and they're doing it either in silence or someone's letting them know and doing a broadcast telling what they're doing over there. But overall, you know, the thing about him saying he got kicked out, I mean, he probably had to leave, but him being permanently kicked out, I just don't know. I said that he possibly might be permanently kicked out, but how Austin has support from enough men that is traveling abroad, I don't see him being out of Brazil for a long time. I think he'll be able to go back. I give it a year at best. He'll be back in Brazil, most likely. For other black men that's traveling and they're getting kicked out, no, that's not really true. I'll tell you one thing what women are doing now, gentlemen. They are going to keep paying narrative to you, to other groups of women, so that way you're not favored anywhere across the globe. So that way you're going to have to depend on these women here in America. And trust me, that is an easy feat for them to accomplish, because let's be honest, how long black men have been using the internet now to push their own narrative? How long do you think this has been going on? I would say for the last 13 years, since 2010 at best. I would say 29, 28, but I would say really it started in 2010. So we've only been, as men as a whole, black men especially, that's been using the internet correctly, only been pushing the alternate for over a decade now. That's not a lot, guys. We need a lot more outlets to really give a more proper narrative to push back a lot of propaganda. Like I said, I'm one content creator. I mean, I'll support y'all guys as best I can, but I gotta be honest at the end of the day. I mean, I'm only one content creator that deals with media. And I hope y'all guys would subscribe and like, and, you know, even donate, because this does take money, unfortunately, to push any narrative, either my content or everybody else. Anybody that's pushing something that's for the best interest anyway, I mean, it makes sense y'all guys got support in any fashion you can. I mean, it's logic at the end of the day. Because let's be honest, the only reason why you're having these problems now, because the ladies got the mouth. Some of them might got some good looks. If they keep their body in shape, keep their looks, they might have that. But overall, they got the media backing them up because they favor them more than us. So you have a lot of decisions to make, gentlemen. Let me read these last comments, and I'm going to call it a day. He was not kicked out. Women in other countries got game. Yep. They're communicating with other women all over the world. Yes, they are. Narrative. The other issue is they are working for their men already in their own country to finesse these dudes. A clear setup to get, and they get robbed too. And that's one thing that's never talked about narrative, that they are getting robbed. And I'm telling you a lot, you brothers, if you're there for just not for business purpose and not have a good network of people that you could trust, something's gonna happen to you outside abroad. I've seen it done too many times. Even some of the guys that's traveling already tell about their experience abroad. I don't know if it's in Colombia or Brazil or Dominican Republic where they're getting robbed. God knows they're lucky they did not lose their life, but you have to be careful. I'm just saying. Go there blind and you may not come back. Yep. The one incident is going to keep black men from traveling, laughing out loud. A lot of people are overreacting. He didn't do anything illegal. There are still plenty of black men living in Brazil that are married. Yeah, there are. There's some men. Most military, mostly. Statistically, you're safer outside of America. Yeah. Very good show, Cass, man. Always, I know. Thank you. I'm just wishing that the dictators will stop speaking like they actually spend extent time in these places. A lot of them don't travel. Yeah, you're right. People get robbed anywhere. People get robbed a lot. Here in America, rather be in Brazil than Baltimore. Oh, true. You know, one thing, Brazil, certain parts of Brazil is, I think, the 10th or 13th most dangerous area in that country. I forgot what part, but Brazil is one of them. So, like always, you always got to look ahead of time. What Latin or third world countries rank in regards to most dangerous areas in their countries? You always want to do a quick snap, say, okay, if I'm going to travel there, it'd be more safer, especially if I have no real serious connect, to go to only to resorts. See, we gotta be smart, guys, when we're traveling, moving forward. This thing with Austin, this will come to pass. It's not gonna stop black men that's already traveling in certain parts of the country. That's not gonna stop them. If the modern woman today thinks that's gonna stop men from traveling, they are sadly, and I mean sadly, mistaken. Men are gonna travel for means. They're going to travel for a purpose. Hell, some are going to travel for sex. Whatever the case may be, men are going to travel because the West, as we know it, is too rough. Let me keep going. I've been in Colombia 3 times. Never been to Brazil yet. Yeah, you should probably visit Brazil Prime and see for yourself how it is. Brazil isn't high on my list. Okay. I'm so glad I've been a lot of places, but I go there with respect. Okay. Even Mexico, you must know the rules, correct? Brazil is a huge country, takes up most of the continent. Yeah, and that's why it's nothing to go visit for yourself to what Brazil holds. Go to Tijuana, Mexico, and you are sure to get robbed if you go in blind. Even the cops will rob you. Yeah, if you remember the one sister, Shaquille Robinson, she met her demise by a sister in Mexico. If y'all remember that. Austin was in one small part that is full of black Brazilians from what I hear from guys who frequently Brazil. Okay. I got my passport, but I am not a pastor, bro. Yeah, I feel you. I guess that's all the comments. That is all the comments. And one thing, let me do this. Put this here. For those that, if y'all feel inclined, support the content, support the Chaos Reign if you can, That's pretty much it. Like always, if you wait, hold on, somebody wrote something. Me too, narrative dialogue. Oh, I see Jay Shine is still in the building. Okay, you're still there, Jay Shine. Okay, that's good. That's good. I did put the link, Jay Shine. See if you want to come over. Anybody want to come up for any other dialogue? But I guess you're busy, Jay Shine. If you want, Jay Shine, I could put the link again if you want to come up for a few minutes. Up to you, bro. In conclusion to all this, you can't cancel no one that is already decided to check out. Now, as you know, the canceling part is that Brazil is going to cancel black men from Brazil. No, they're not, because like many third world countries, America's got the most money, and then money stretched across roughly over 200 or more countries. The last thing the Brazilian government or any part of Brazil is in the business of quarantine or not offering refusal of any paying customer like Americans, particularly black men of America. That's not in the best of interest to them. No. I can, but if you're wrapping up, oh, you know what? Next time, Jay Sean. Next time. I see. Yeah, next time. Okay. Yeah. So it's not in the best interest to really start to cap off certain people off their country. It's not in the best interest of Brazil. It's not in the best interest of a lot of countries. So regardless of what people are saying, Brazil is in the business of making money, and America makes majority of money off other people coming to their country. America is a global and part of a global system. So as much as people want black men to stop going to certain areas so they could take away their little feeble money, right? They make 30, 40, or even six figures a year. They need every penny they need. And why I say they need every penny from this community is because really, truly, the government is not going to back you. You know what's going on with a lot of these housing Section 8 and all things that's going on or that's going to happen down the pipe. And last thing that a lot of us could afford or can afford is these dudes really checking out, especially dudes that's making actual money. Unfortunately, but that's all I have to say. If you're new to the Chaos Reign Show, welcome to Chaos Reign Show. And like always, you know the deal. You hit that red button. You hit that top notification bell. Not the middle, not the low. The top bell is where you get all uploads, live streams here on the Chaos Reign Show. As you know, I don't have a set time when I go live, when I upload a video on my channel. So always keep your notifications high. You just never know. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter as well. Interact with me on Twitter at Chaos Reign 7. Also, find me on Facebook. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Reign on Facebook. I'm also on Clubhouse as well. I did not put the link. I will put the link to my Clubhouse so people can find me on Clubhouse. And follow me on Rumble. It's very important for all y'all that's here now in the channel. And let me find it. And I'm telling people right now because I'm going to promote it anyway. Please follow me on Rumble. It's imperative that you follow me on Rumble. There's a Rumble link for those that's watch or those that catch replay. If you survive this far, follow me on Rumble. I need to get to a certain level. I'm pushing to at least maybe 100 followers on Rumble just for a start, so I could start doing uploads, live streaming, and be a little bit more rugged over there. It takes pressure off here on YouTube because I like YouTube, but as you know how YouTube is functioning now, it's a little bit too slow for me. And you know, I will probably might do better on another website, possibly. I can't make promises, but who knows? But like I said, I'm going to still be cordial and keep the content as I am on YouTube. But like always, for the raw stuff, follow me on Rumble, because that's where I'm going to probably put more hardcore stuff. So don't be scared. Follow me on Rumble. And like I said, Rumble's an upcoming website. It's been around for a while. And also, join the Discord service of the Chaos Reign Show. That's in the About section on this channel. And I think that's all the links. Let me see if any other comments. Oh, thank you, Narrative Dialogue. San Francisco, LA alone is a country and makes billions of dollars each year, and people come from all over the world. That is right, and that's a good way to end on that note. Thank y'all for watching or listening to Chaos Reign Show. Looking forward to see you in the comment section on your thoughts and appearance, what you find or what you don't like. Like always, all comment is accepted. But like always, let it chaos. Ring.